Some good news in that strange missing person case. As you know, Mike, as we read, the Denver Broncos fan, Paul Kitterman, he's been found. He's okay. But now a lot of questions, even more about why he disappeared and where he was found so many miles away.
Yeah, let's take a look at his travels. So he lives here in Kremling. So he drives 100 miles or a little over to get to the game in Denver, first Broncos game. So he's found not heading back home, but another 116 miles away in Pueblo, Colorado. The question, what was he doing? Ana Cabrera, our colleague from CNN, has been following this. She's in Colorado. Ana, what about that? Where was he going?
This is really a bizarre story. Fortunately, it has a happy ending, but really how he got here is still mysterious. As you mentioned, 53-year-old Paul Kitterman, we know he disappeared 5 days ago. He suddenly, out of the blue, turns up in Pueblo, Colorado, in that Kmart parking lot, 110 miles south of Denver, some 200 miles away from his hometown. Apparently, a passerby spotted him in the parking lot walking, called police, recognized him. When police contacted them, he tells them that he left the stadium because he, quote, had had his fill of football. He wanted to go for a walk to somewhere warmer, he says. But we know he didn't have any credit cards on him, no cell phone. Maybe he had $50 in cash, according to a friend. But he tells police he was sleeping in bushes. He was sleeping in treed areas along his journey. And he even told them that he took off his Broncos cap because he didn't want to get recognized. Mike, Susan?
All right, so, and you may not have the answer to this. I mean, what's going on in his life to where he would just leave like that? Supposedly he's got this good relationship with his stepson who he went to the game with, yet he's just going to leave mid-game?
Everything that we've heard leading up to this is that it was so out of character that he's never just left without telling people where he's going, that he goes camping sometimes, goes maybe on a horseback ride, but he always lets somebody know before he takes any action. And so even his friend had said they were sure something bad had happened to him. I do want to let you know that the family has asked for privacy. We have reached out to them. We did get a brief statement from his stepdaughter. Her name is Tana Tonneson. I want to just read this to you. She says, "We thank everyone again for everything y'all did to help us. I knew God was walking by our side. We are not releasing any details, and as of right now, it will remain a private family matter." So we really don't have any information in terms of if he had a greater plan in store, if this was planned all along, if something happened during the Broncos game. We just don't know.
All right. Ana, thanks again.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks,
that.
Anna. It sounds like the family had information. They're just not releasing it.
Yeah.
Maybe he has some mental issues. We don't know. Dr. Judy Ho is joining us. And Dr. Judy, it's been reported that Paul was not comfortable with large crowds. What could cause someone to just check out like that? As Anna said, it's got to be more than saying, I just had enough of football for that day. What do you think it is?
That's right. There's definitely something bigger going on here. And there might be something that's a kind of a rare form of a dysfunction or a disorder that might be at play here. And the name of it is called dissociative fugue. So basically what we know about these individuals is sometimes they are so stressed out that the mind completely dissociates, kind of has an amnesic state. And these individuals will actually travel away from where they usually live. They won't carry IDs or credit cards with them, just like Paul didn't. And, you know, take off identifiers so they can't be recognized, and they may sometimes seem like they're confused about their new surroundings, and then it usually resolves somewhere between 24 hours to a week. So very interesting, but it is a stress reaction that we know of. It's just a very extreme stress reaction, and usually the person is not super impaired after that, but they might need therapy after.
It could have ended very differently.